Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Stuff What I Got on Kickstarter. Or, to put it another way, things I liked so much I was happy to help fund their existence. Now, starting today with a nice little game called Darklight Memento Mori, and little probably isn't the right word to describe it. It's very, very big. It's a very big box. You see my hand here. You can see a very large box. It's a nice fancy dungeon crawler in the style of Heroquest or Advanced Heroquest or Warhammer Quest. Mostly Warhammer Quest because of the way the monsters and the dungeon generation is automated. But hey, I've got nice fond memories of Heroquest and Warhammer Quest. Well, Heroquest and Advanced Heroquest. Warhammer Quest it didn't quite have the same character, but it had a good system that worked. Now, something nice about Darklight is that it's very, very dark and gloomy. With our heroes here, see, we got this half-demon woman. She's sawed off her horns, filed them down. We've got a wicked witch, a black knight, and an exorcist as our core characters. And then, looking over here for expansions, we have the Adventurer Pack supplement, which has more heroes in. We have the Boss Pack supplement with boss miniatures for all the figures, the 5 figures that just got tokens in the core book, and then a nice little pack, the Exploration Pack supplement, which will have scary spider ladies, mimic transforming chests, faceless spirit monsters, and I even managed to snag a, not very interesting to look at the moment, Dark Masters supplement, which is basically more tiles and doorways and stuff, just for bigger dungeons, bigger adventures. So why don't I get the lid off, we'll have a look and see what's inside the box. Time's a little limited today, so I might have to rush things just a tiny little bit, so I apologise in advance for that. I'll just put that down here quickly. The lid's a nice tight fit, by the way, and it is a big box, so lots of gorgeous stuff in the box. Now, I have looked inside the box before, mostly because the internal box that this was all placed in was such a tight fit that I actually had to get the lid off to prise it out. Here we have our rulebook. Now, something about Darklight is it's got that kind of Dark Souls feel to it with souls. There's an evil Dark Reaper who comes to collect people's souls, and the only way they can keep them away, oh look at that nice art there, gorgeous art in the rulebook as well. So what they do is they can give him another soul that they've gathered somehow. And so souls have become quite a economy in this one. We have a quest book here. Good. Oh, that's nice and thick, that is. And apparently, yes. So this is like a settlement map, which actually is used for in between quests. I believe the hero miniatures will get moved around certain locations. Spacious for special locations to be placed on it. Here we have some errata. Apparently a little greedy gobbler got in there and ate up a few sentences, so they've given us the information there, which is nice. You know, they've just included that. I think that's some character sheets in there, quick reference stuff. Here are our default character starting sheets. Oh, they do feel a little on the thin side. Probably want to laminate them or something. Colossal Dreadworm, not looking forward to facing that. That will be getting a miniature out of the boss set. So now we've got our usual card punch boards. Now, as experienced gamers will know, when it comes to these, always press things through from the back rather than the front if they're single-sided, because that way, if it happens to tear and damage a little bit, it will only damage the back of your token of... Oh, these are very double-sided, aren't they? Right, let's get that in there. Lots of trackers. I'm seeing health trackers and equipment trackers. And I'll just get that out of the way. Those are probably less double-sided. I see doors, hallways. Well, by hallways I don't mean passageways, I mean, you know, wide long rooms. It actually folds, so yeah. Sorry, I'm getting in the way there. I'm in a bit of a hurry because I've got limited time on my camera today, and I know there's going to be some gorgeous miniatures in here underneath all of these. I might even have to do this in 2 or 3 sections. Again, lots of board sections and tokens. I'm feeling nice, good, thick card here. You know, it feels solid. I don't see any major issues here, so this is all looking good and promising. I'm starting to wonder where the miniatures have got to, and I'm probably going to have to actually restart recording in a few moments. So I'll just get this off my camera, because my camera has a tiny memory card and it's going to record about 6 or 7.5 minutes at a time. So yeah, the darkness wheel, we have the Heart of Darkness, which the heroes have to carry because it collects all the souls they're going to give to the Grim Reaper when he demands souls. And that's a nice little mechanic. And then lots and lots of cards and a big box full of miniatures. What I'm going to do is restart recording and be back in a moment. Alright, so I'm back. Camera's back up again. Good, good. So in here we have lots of lovely dice, and these are bases for doors, I believe. Where door arches, both open or closed, will just slot nicely into those. Lots of nice space for them to fit in there. A little bit of wiggle room. Plenty of dice. One's a different colour, I note. There's probably... Sorry, dice weren't quite under the camera. One of the dice is a red colour. I think that's to do with the Heart of Darkness. Lots of red and blue cubes for tracking health and resources. We have little grizzly creatures here with throwing discs by the look of it. They're going to be nasty. I'll just get that in there. He fitted in slightly differently to the others, which is weird. Well, I'll look into that later. Actually, they do fit in slightly differently. We have our 4 heroes here. That bow's going to need a bit of straightening. A bit of hot water should fix that. We've got our half-demon lady, our black knight, our witch, and our exorcist. We have... Oh dear goodness, what are these? Oh, okay, that's good. That's good. I thought I had 2. I thought I had 1 creature there, but I had 2. These bizarre creatures. Lots of freaky monsters, very nasty. Some kind of giant monsters here. And the flesh worm, I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. More of these little creatures with spears this time. Let me just try to get the camera to focus, maybe if I'm lucky. Set it about... No, it doesn't want to focus on it, does it? Put my hand... No. Great. Give me another one of these ones where the camera just doesn't want to work today. We have plenty of those. We have more giant creatures. Look like might be spellcasters here for large staff. We have more kind of wormy creatures. Yeah, with very insectile, multi-jawed jaws. We have big creatures with shields here and bladed weapons. And there's a second layer, which I'll just get to in a moment. One moment, please. Just put that down. Get in there. I'm very aware that I'm on a tight timeline date. Oh, there's a third layer, I think. So for big creatures again, we have archers this time with bows, and looks like they've got spears or bundles of arrows held in their bow hand. We've got kind of Grim Reaper cultists who worship the Reaper and are a very thoroughly nasty lot. We have, kind of mutated, sewn together person centaur type creature. We have more doors, lots and lots of skull spiders with like heads and not skulls, but heads instead of bodies, with weird stuff coming out of their mouths and kind of egg sacs and all sorts of things. I'm gonna pack all this lot away now because I really don't have time to look into it too much, but I'll be sticking things together and putting up some gameplay videos at some point in the not too distant future when I'm available and able to. I know this has been short and sweet. This is a lovely game called Darklight, Memento Mori. Let's turn the camera around there for you, and I'll look forward to playing it when I'm able to in the future, because stuff's just really messy around here at the moment. In the meantime, I hope you enjoy this video, and I'll see you in the next one. I'll say bye bye for now, and cheerio!